Okay, this is an update for the video on the Teddy project. So I've been doing more experimentation on the Orange Pi 5 Plus, which is a really powerful SBC, but there's a lot of issues with standardization of the operating system. I tried to do something called a machine language compile for using the McAnally GPU on that processor to do some of the inference for the AI LLM, but I wasn't able to get some of those routines compiled, and I did further inquiries into how to get the thing working, but was not successful. So I'm sort of abandoning that approach, not the Orange Pi 5 Plus yet, but I'm going to be going to LlamaFile, which in the previous version, before I reloaded the operating system, I was actually able to get to work. And its performance was okay. So I'm thinking that maybe shrinking down the size of the LLM and also potentially using a lower quantization and uncensored models, I might be able to get good responsiveness. And if I can get good responsiveness, then I can use their server version, which has just been released for LlamaFile, and then maybe some weights that I could get off of Hugging Face and be able to do the interface through the web interface, through a browser interface, and that will go with the screen. I purchased a 10-inch screen. I was thinking about a smaller one, but I got the larger one because it's just delivered faster. Also, I got the battery system for powering it and a camera setup. But I'm also thinking about diversifying the input mechanism for the eye and the speech systems. So those might be actually separate components, ESP32s, which will do a lot of the work up front and then feed the video to the Orange Pi to be processed there through maybe YOLO or some other kind of algorithm that's open CV to identify objects. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about the body again. So the body is going to use cooling that's going to use a heat pipe to cycle the air out to the top of the head, but I think the entire CPU component should be modular. Basically, it should be replaceable and upgradable, okay? And the skeletal structure of the inner part of the Teddy should be replaceable with robotics later on. But the outer shell will have an outer shell covering all that up. I'm calling that the shell. There'll be the internal skeleton. There'll be the modular compute modules for both the eye and the ears and the central compute body, okay? And then power system as well. So all of these things are so modular that they can be moved and upgraded later to better systems, okay? So that'll be the structure there. And then the outside of it will be an exterior skin of teddy bear like fabric and stuff that wraps around it. Then I'm considering open sourcing the entire thing and trying to build a community of developers and stuff around this so that Teddy can have a constantly iterative improvement cycle. But maybe the Orange Pi isn't the right system for that. It could be that the Raspberry Pi 5 is, but then I'm going to need an NPU that's not built into the Raspberry Pi 5, and compute-wise, it's less powerful than the Orange Pi, so maybe it's even a different system entirely, like the Raxa X4 or an Intel N100. But the problem with that is the Intel N100 is terribly CPU intensive to the point it uses a lot of power. Intel's not really known for low powered compute, so Maybe there's an alternate like there. I'd like to have an Intel x86 type processor. Then that opens up a whole lot of software libraries that are not exactly refined yet for the ARM64. But so these are like little technical details, but they can make a difference between how fast we can get something built and working right, and how much software is available as tools off the shelf to do that. So that's an update on the AI Teddy project. I'm Michael McAnally.